Yep. There you go. Live chat. What's up, Dusty? Yeah, Paul said he was running a little behind. He was doing some ship, getting some ship videos done real quick. What's up? Randy, how's it going? Be careful this morning because that guy always fucking trolls your channel in the morning streams. So I think it's because of the time difference of him being over. Because I'm almost positive that dude's overseas.
Could be.
Dates team. What's up, Brenda? How's it going?
Brenda.
Got Brenda, Randy, and Dusty in. Oh, yeah. You were AC in the attic, huh? They don't even put metal anymore, Dusty. It's just long, fucking like foil tubes they use now. Insulated tubes. You go up in the attics now, you don't see metal ducting anymore. It's just these tubes going everywhere, laying on top of each other and shit.
Yeah. Okay, well that's I'm pretty much set to go now. I think I got everything covered.
How many ships you catch this morning?
Just the one, the Saginaw again upbound, and I got it before downbound. Um,
Oh, man, you wake up.
Now you're off all week, right? You're done?
I'm off for tell them
Two and a
like
half months,
second
3 months?
week of August. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a lot of time off. I got
Have,
all this
have you
month
got a
next
lot
month.
of things you need to do, or are you just gonna wing it
No,
and
not
play
really.
it by ear?
No, not really. Just kind of hanging around. Might go to. I want to try to go to the beach some point this summer.
Want to go where?
I heard somebody say you want to go where?
Yeah, I want to. I want to try to get to the beach at some point. We usually go a couple times a year during the summer. And it's fucking cloudy and stormy out right now too. It was so
Oh,
dark. It's so dark this morning outside. Like it's some thick ass clouds.
So Randy, you're not happy with the with what you bought.
What's he not happy with?
The the ducting and stuff that he in his split he bought.
Uh,
They didn't tell him any of that stuff.
okay.
So Mark, how you doing today?
Not too bad, thank you, Paul. You
Hanging in there. I'm
good?
semi recovered from my fall yesterday, so
Yeah, I
How
woke up at do what?
I just
Hot Rod says, Justin, you got
Rod,
banks to rob and vacations to take.
Yep. I do like fun with Dick and Jane.
Yeah.
how did you fall yesterday? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I was out messing around with the zero turn, trying to adjust it and do some things, and I was bent over. Next thing you know, I'm laying on the front of the zero turn.
Oh, I thought you fell off the ladder yesterday. You were
No,
trying to do
no,
a gutter.
I fell trying to adjust the zero turn because the
Oh.
legs and stuff were problems, for the deck. And all of a sudden, I felt myself going down, and I went down onto the front of the zero turn, and I had to call several people. In fact, I talked to Jim. He's down like 50 miles south of me, and he flew up here in his car to help me. And I got a hold of another fella who was at lunch with some people I know here in town, and he came over, and he and Jim Frazier that I grew up with got me on my feet and into the house.
Paul, this is what you should do. You should figure out how much that mower's worth. Call a reputable lawn care service and trade them like 2 years worth of lawn cuts for your lawnmower. Tell them to give you like 2 or 3 years worth of lawn cuts.
Well, that's a thought.
I mean, seriously, dude, you need to stop trying to do stuff like
Well, the
getting
thing of it
cut in the
is
grass.
everybody else tells me, Justin, is don't stop doing what you're doing, or you're going to do less and less and less and less and less,
Well, I'm saying you can go out and walk around in the yard, but you really don't need to be trying to do anything physical, like getting on a lawnmower or getting on a ladder. Those are the things you got to kind of avoid. That don't mean you can't go outside with Boone and walk around the yard for a few minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason, nobody came to work on my gutters or anything from me, and I haven't heard from them. They were going to call me, and they didn't. So Monday morning, I got to call the senior citizen center again and say, what the hell's going on?
Because the thing
Yeah.
is
Don't say it quite like that, though.
and you could, like I said, and if you ever get to the point where you just can't do your lawn anymore, ask around. Some places do offer senior discounts.
Well, I would look to maybe hire my kid or something, not the kid next door.
Well, what I'm saying is there's companies like here in Florida, in my area, that actually advertise that they offer senior discounts
Yeah.
and different things like that. They have like budget plans that they offer.
Everybody
Sure.
must be getting a discount then in Florida because isn't it the majority of your population senior citizens?
Not in my area. My area's got a lot of young people.
Well, what do you think the average age of the people that work on the school buses is?
55 or older.
55 qualifies you to be considered a senior.
Yeah, that's why I said me and like 3 other people that I know of are actually the only ones under 40 working there. That's what I'm gonna be honest with you. Like my driver, he's a decent driver and everything, but his age scares the shit out of me riding with him because he's like 75, 70 going on 76. And at any time that motherfucker could croak over where I wouldn't really have to be that concerned about that with a 30-year-old driving down the road.
Yeah.
You know, it is a little scary to think about because he's driving a big ass bus and he's more likely to have a medical issue going down the road than a young person would be
Right.
or a middle-aged person, you know.
Middle of the road.
I mean, I'm not wishing nothing happens to him or anything. I'm just saying in general, when you think about it, sometimes I'll be sitting there thinking about while I'm going down the road. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude. What if he just decides to go over the damn steering wheel and then we're gonna go flying off the fucking highway at 60 miles an hour? Like,
Yeah, a friend of mine had a heart attack at the wheel going home from work and died on the motorway.
well, what he means by that, Dusty, is the 55 is considered, that's usually when a lot of places consider you a senior and stuff. That's why there's 55 plus communities. They don't want anybody younger than that being in there.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's some snarky ass 55 plus communities. I'll tell you that. Like, they'll bitch about somebody's grandkids coming over and visiting them. Like, they don't want anybody in there that's under a certain age unless they're like a worker or something like that. You know, I seen two ladies arguing in one day when I was in there checking gas meters about her grandkids being over. Like, the one neighbor was just pissed off there was kids in the community. Then you get some real nice communities. I've been in some older communities where I was out there in the middle of summer and a bunch of them brought me out water and stuff.
I'll tell you what, one part about this getting older, Justin, is the fact that I'm blowing my nose all the time. So I had to go get another box out of the bathroom Kleenex. I don't know what that's all about, but
What are you talking about?
my nose is running all the time and I have to blow my nose.
You probably got allergies.
Could be.
Yeah.
Well,
You can get
It's true.
allergies at any point in your life. They can just kick in. I mean,
It is the pollen season, so yeah, could well
I said
be.
I never had problems with allergies till about 2 years ago. And all of a sudden I noticed myself during the summertime, I would get real when summer would be coming in. I'd always get watery eyes and constant sneezing and my nose would get all stuffy. Never had that problem before.
Definitely pollen that.
And I'd been here, 10 years before I started getting allergies. So it just sometimes it just happens.
yeah, it's a pain in the butt because your nose is running. And then I every once in a while I sneeze.
Yep, it sounds like hay fever. You just need to take some antihistamines.
I found for the bad sinus headaches I was having, taking a kind of like a allergy pill.
Like Benadryl.
Yeah, but no, non-drowsy one.
Yeah.
And then taking one Excedrin with it. It seems to help. Like doing a mixture of both of those. I just take one Excedrin tablet and one of those. Because I was getting real bad sinus headaches a couple weeks ago. I had a slight sinus infection. And that was bad. My wife's friend recommended it.
We've just got a cloudy day with a little bit of wind. It's not too hot, fairly cool. What is it? Oh, it's 20 degrees centigrade. It's not that cold.
Now I got up at 8 o'clock and it was dark. I thought it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. I look out the window and the sun's out and it's just really cloudy.
Yeah, it says cloudy and sunny spells until 5 o'clock, and then we've got sunshine from 5 o'clock through till 9 o'clock. Oh, that's what it says. Whether that's what happens or not is another matter.
Well, and the problem too, when you're looking at like the weather services and stuff, is, it's possible their nearest weather station could be 10 miles from where you're at. So that could make a difference.
No, it's only about 3 miles away. This one, something like that. No, David won't be on today, I don't think.
What's up, Joel? Well, it depends. He might come on and say, well, they canceled my stuff. Didn't tell me.
No, he's going to a football match.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's going to that one he got tickets for the other day.
Yeah, he's going to watch Southend in the playoffs at Wembley.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be probably an hour or so for him to be on the bus and stuff, right? Just to get there.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be how long of an event you think that is? Like 4 or 6 hours? Or
No,
not even that
no.
long?
The game only takes an hour and a half.
So he'll be gone for maybe 4 or 5 hours, depending on how far he's got to go.
There's an interesting women's football match on today. The USA women are playing China women.
I mean, soccer, right?
Yeah. Soccer.
It's
In
kind of
America,
China versus America.
What time is that game on?
the women, it says 10:30 our time. So that would be 5:30 your time.
Okay. So around supper time here.
Yeah. Well, around afternoon, evening meal time.
Yeah.
Well, here I grew up, supper time was 5 o'clock, between 5 and 6.
It's at Allianz Field, wherever that is.
Yeah,
Because I know
Well,
over in Europe, supper time is a different time over there, right?
Yeah, supper is a late evening.
shit, when I lived in North Carolina, a lot of Sarah's family, they'd be early. They'd be eating at like 4 or 5 o'clock. But they were all like, you know, ones that went to bed at like 7 o'clock and shit. Like it's super early. They'd be up at like 3, 4 in the morning.
What is it today?
Because I mean, if you go by a farmer's schedule, you're going to eat dinner at like between 4 and 6. Because you're going to be in bed by like 7, 8 o'clock. Probably earlier than that sometimes. Some farmers be getting up early in the morning.
Oh no, it's not. It's tomorrow's football match, not today.
Monday?
No, Sunday. Today's Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Like if we had
Yeah.
a project to do when I was growing up in Southern California in the middle of summer, if we had like a big project we were working on outside, everybody get up at like 4 in the morning. You work till about 11, 12 o'clock when it start getting really hot, and then you go in for the day.
Yeah, Southend. They play in Oldham, which is just down the road from me.
Good morning, Skyfly.
Joel's been in here for a minute, and just ain't nobody saying anything. Brenda and Dusty were talking.
My Jody. Yeah, Randy's there as well.
Oh yeah, he was up at the top there. Yeah,
Yeah.
So how's the weather down there in Florida?
rainy, cloudy, stormy.
Wow. Well, the national weather that was on TV said that everything east of the Mississippi is going to experience rain and storms.
Well, we need as much rain as we can get, so I'm not mad at it.
That's what Brenda was saying. She could.
And we've been getting a lot of rain the last 2 weeks. So. But I said we needed it because there was a lot of lakes that were getting really like low. I mean, you could walk like 8 or 9 feet farther into the lake than you should be able to. And some of them are that low.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Rain was raining a lot in Ohio yesterday.
Lay down.
Where is Ohio?
What?
Whereabouts in America is Ohio?
Ohio is right down below Michigan.
Yeah, it's up at the top by
Right.
Canada.
Right.
It's pretty far from where I'm at.
Michigan,
Not too
Ohio
far.
is down below here, down here.
Yeah, it's not too far from where Paul's at, but it's pretty
No.
far from it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
and
prob-
Ohio's a big square type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's
get
one of those
the-
ones when they drew up the states, put a line here, line there, line here, line
To
across.
get to Ohio, probably would be a good 20+ hour drive,
Wow.
somewhere around there. I'd say anywhere between 18 to like 24 hours, maybe. I
Yeah.
could be way off too. I don't know. Never.
Right. It's Jack Nicklaus's tournament in Dublin, Ohio.
Yeah,
Actually-
Londonard said it's south of Michigan.
Actually, how long did it take Mike to get from Michigan to South Florida drum meet up the first one?
I don't know.
There was like 19 hours, maybe.
It's a
He
hike.
drove.
And then just west of Ohio is Illinois.
I can't remember how many hours he said it took him. Because he drove all the way down here.
I know Lon usually flies down.
Oh yeah, it's much faster. Fly for sure.
He's in. What was it? He's just south of Detroit, isn't he? Oh, I didn't know where he was, but I forgot.
Randy said he's still here listening.
I think it's going to cost me about £300 or £400 to get the BMW through its MOT. wants a couple of new ball joints and a little bit of welding doing.
Was that to get like your roadworthy certification or something?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
so
it's been
glad
a
we don't
long
have to do
time
that in
since
Florida.
I ran into a wind issue, but when I was doing this ship today, I could not get around in front of it out in the lake because the wind was just like howling at 40, 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have to pay for that, like smog and all that stuff like California does.
Yeah.
I only pay $64 for 2 years, isn't it? I don't have to get my car inspected.
The MOT test itself costs £50 to put it through it, and then whatever needs doing on it. As I was last year, it needed nothing doing to it, which is all right. This year, it's needed a new tyre and then a few bits and pieces. But then again, it's been sat outside. It's only done 44 miles in 1 year.
There's the ship I just did. I haven't put the music with it. I haven't edited it or anything. Saginaw is one of a classic type ship with the pilot house and everything forward and then the stern. Self unloader. Usually about here is where they have their food and everything. But I wanted to show you the wind, how bad it was. I mean, look at those flags. Those are like 40-foot flags. Look at that flag on the back. And it's when I got to the bridge, it's just underneath the bridge because the bridge is like a funnel. I got it full speed and forward, not going. Just a little bit. That's as far as I could get. I couldn't get any further. The wind was howling. It was something. Mark, have you ever flown in high winds?
No, not really.
Justin doesn't fly anymore. Justin, are you going to get another drone or what?
No, I don't have no interest in it anymore.
Well, I thought you were trying to teach your kids how to drone.
My kids do. That my one son's in a drone STEM class for the school. Because the school he goes to has a lot of programs for gifted students. So they got a lot of different like robotics and computers. They got a bunch of different classes and courses you can take.
Boone, I know you want to go outside, but it's cold out there. Oh, hang on, I'm going to let him out.
Yeah, he's not worried about the cold.
He's worried about he's going to miss some. Go ahead. Okay. Oh, good. The Air 3 seems to do pretty good. Yeah, it was gusting anywhere from 30 to 45 miles an hour. And normally I don't have a problem with it, but the Air 2S, but did today. One of the very few times that I haven't been able to do the complete circle of the ship.
It could be that wind was just funneling real bad through the bottom of that bridge too.
Yeah. Because it was coming
Like
right out of the north and the bridge
Cause
goes
you,
east
cause
and
you're,
west.
well, I mean, it's those bridges can affect wind patterns right in that
Yeah.
particular area. So they're only telling you what they are and just standard conditions. It could be worse going up under that bridge.
Yep. That's very true.
We've got 23 mile an hour steady gusting at 40 at the moment.
Yeah, and the closer I got underneath the bridge, I noticed that the wind gusts must have intensified because where I was sitting south of the bridge, it would just gust like this, you know. But when I got the drone out there in the lake just underneath the bridge, it was just like no, no, no. In fact, I noticed as I was approaching underneath the bridge, the drone kept wanting to go down, dive, dive, dive.
Hmm.
So I had to stick up all the time because the wind was pushing it down.
Mhm.
Mark, do you fly very much at all?
I haven't done recently.
Okay. Because you haven't mentioned it. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, no, it's the weather over winter. It wasn't really good, and I just haven't got round to going out with all, just with the problems I've been having with my feet at the moment. Hopefully, when they've done this angioplasty next week, it'll improve.
Yeah, plus you guys don't have very many nice days outside for flying.
No, we had some really nice sunny days, but even when it's sunny, the wind tends to be getting up. I think like June, July, August, probably our nicest time.
Where's Joe at this morning?
Don't know.
No, I don't know. He didn't say anything yesterday, did he?
I don't think he said he had anything to do today. I don't know. Sometimes the days start bleeding in together on here.
But he was feeling a bit rough and that, sore throat and everything. So maybe he just isn't feeling so good. He might be having a lie-in.
Where's my hyper? Oh,
See now, even UAV forecast doesn't quite have it right. It I'll show you what UAV forecast says.
Yeah, but what do you have your height set at for showing the wind speed at UAV? Or do you just use the website
Just use the website.
so that shows you all the different heights, doesn't it?
Joel said, I'm having a lot of fun with my Neo, but the Air 3 is still my favorite. Jody's in the chat. What's up, Jody?
Hey, Jody.
I had my flying lawnmower Air 2 at the meetup, no problem with the wind. Well, we're talking about where Paul was flying under the bridge. Those bridges are big, dude. They can affect the wind pattern going through that area. I mean, just like the Golden Gate would do the same thing, that probably has a big effect on the weather patterns in that area. That's a big ass bridge. As Paul said, when he got under the bridge, that's when his drone started struggling real bad.
It started, yeah, it started going down, and it just kind of like stayed in place.
Because that's the thing is man-made structures, if they're big enough,
There's David.
they can affect certain things like weather patterns in certain areas.
Morning, people.
What's up,
Good
David?
morning, David.
David. Hey,
Tell you what,
I didn't
Zoom
know
going back to
Southend,
that. You've got to click this. You've got to click that. You've got to click another.
didn't know Southend were playing Oldham.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Dusty.
Sorry, Southend are going to win.
Yeah, matter of fact, did you pop it into sports mode, Paul,
Oh yeah, I was in sport mode.
when you were struggling? Because I know you don't generally fly in that, but you use it
No, I
sometimes.
usually don't. However, lately, because I've been getting sensor error on the back, I've been flying a lot more in sport mode. Because when you go to sport mode, none of your
No,
sensors.
don't work.
Yep.
No.
Do you know how many Oldham have sold? Do you know?
No.
Southend has sold 30K.
Well, it's at Wembley, in it. That takes what 90,000, is it, or something?
Yeah, but they only allocated them 17,500 at first.
Skyfly said good afternoon to you, David.
Afternoon, Joel. And everyone else.
Yeah, that's right, Mad Props. Every once in a while, I know people that are flying with all their sensors on. There's things that affect the different things, and the next thing you know, they're in the drink, especially when they're over water.
Oh, dude, there too, a couple of times when I flew over water, it was giving me negative elevation. Like instead of I was at like 15 feet or 10 feet, but then it was saying I was negative like 9 feet. I was like, what the fuck? I only did it a couple of times, but it was always when I was real close to the water.
Well, that shouldn't really be the sensors because it doesn't use the sensors to that. The GPS tells it how high it is because it's only relative to where
Uh,
you take off from.
I don't know what causes that then because it's happened to me twice over water. And it will do that, I think, if you like if you were to start at the top of a mountain and fly downwards, it's going to give you a negative
Yeah,
elevation.
it
Isn't it?
is. Because
Yeah.
it's anything relative to the point that you took off from.
Yeah. I had to just get over flying over water though, Randy, because I'm just surrounded by lakes. Kind of have to a certain extent.
Where's Captain Joe at?
I don't know. We were just asking that right
We
before
don't
you
know.
popped in. Because you popped in like 30 seconds after we started talking. Stop talking about it.
All right.
Found
Let's
out
try
the
it then.
door is that.
Captain Joe. Captain Joe. Captain Joe.
He's waking up in his bed right now. I feel the force.
Hey, Frank, how's it going?
Hey, Frank.
Hi again, Jody. Said hi to you a minute ago.
Well, I think it's Frank today. It could be
Hey,
Jody.
Brenda.
Nope, I don't play into his delusions.
Why? We have to play with the illusion that you're Josephine on weekends.
Yeah, but you choose to do that.
Yeah, but you told us to.
Just like you choose to pay for my OnlyFans page. Like what?
I got
Oh, just
Normal.
on only feathers.
Dude, I wouldn't put it past an animal group to start their own group, fucking website like that. It's probably one called Only Cats.
Huh.
Yep, Boone was at the back door ready to come back in again. Because it's with the wind that way and it's only 45 degrees. It's not pleasant. And I don't care if he does have hair on, you know.
Yeah, see, like Joel said, I flew over water in both sport and normal modes at the South Florida drone meet. I didn't have a problem with height calculations on the controller with the Air 3 in either mode. So he's saying he didn't have issues.
Well, I've never flown a mountain or anything like that to where you start at a higher elevation and you go down like down into a
But yeah,
mountain.
but aren't the Air 3 like sensors like far better than the Air 2s?
I don't know.
I would assume there'd be something better.
I think they have I think they're significantly better with the some of the new features it had. Yeah, Randy said, yeah, they're far better, the sensors. Plus, like, I think it has better, like, return to home features and stuff where it will, like, work its way around an object instead of the drone just flying into it or something, you know?
Well, the Air 3S does. I'm not sure the Air 3S the same thing.
I thought it did. I don't know. I don't really keep up on all the different features of the new drones.
The Air 3S has got the LiDAR. I don't think the Air 3 has.
They have a better field of view and the processing power is way better.
Where should I put this?
In the kitchen.
I just go by what y'all tell me on here because I don't really go out of my way to look this stuff up.
Not saying it's hot, but I've got the fan going.
I used to use return to home all the time, Dusty. I didn't care.
You got the fan going. What's the temperature there?
28.
It always worked good for me.
28 outside.
Yeah.
It's only 20 here.
Hey,
Only
Google.
45
What's
degrees.
28
Fahrenheit.
degrees in Fahrenheit?
Degrees Celsius is 82.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
82.4.
Wow.
It's very hot and sticky.
Yeah, you got a hot, sticky weather going there.
Paul needs an Air 3. He needs an Air 3S.
It's quite funny because tomorrow it's only going to get to 22.
Mm-hmm.
But it did drop down below 20 last night.
No, we've got a 23-mile-an-hour wind, so it says it's 20, feels like 18.
$28 feels like 25. 9 mile an hour southerly winds with gusts of 23.
And we got gusts of 40. Mind you, I always
Although it does say the humidity's dropped down to 43.
I have my wind set at 100 feet up, so I can't see the use. If you're going to go flying, I can't see the use in knowing what the wind is at ground level when it gets higher when you go up.
So on Tuesday, our government is to announce 2 new reservoirs for the UK because apparently we're running short on drinking water. So
What?
one's going to be in Cambridgeshire on the Fens and the other one's in Lincolnshire. And would you Adam believe it? The day they're announcing it, the whole country is going to get hit with 100% chance of rain and winds.
Are they actually going to construct new reservoirs, or are they lakes that are already there?
I think they're constructing them because I think the one in Lincolnshire, 15 houses are getting sunk, and the one on the Fens, I think 4 houses are getting sunk. But one of them houses is worth a few million, or was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a drone only on here. Dusty, somebody's selling the DJI Air 3. Yeah, just drone only for 500.
Yeah, I heard you Americans are buzzing today about your capital.
I don't know. I haven't been on the news at all today.
A lorry carrying 700,000 bees has tipped over,
Oh god.
and they've all escaped.
Were they? Oh, they were what? They probably transporting honeybees.
Yeah, and now they're trying to catch them all. Yeah, good luck. Counting them all back in. There's one shot.
Well, the only way that they're gonna wrangle most of them back in is they have to wait till they start hiving up somewhere again,
Yeah,
and then they can go in and remove the colony.
yeah.
in a
Depends
safe
where
manner.
the queen goes.
Yeah, they just need
Because
to be in the. If they
because they
put the
won't.
queens back in the
But then
truck,
again,
everyone
if
else
the
will follow.
if the queens haven't come out the hives, they just put these hives they were carrying at the side of the road. The bees will come back. They've just got to spread them out because otherwise there'll be a hell of a fucking fight.
Because they well, they don't kill honeybees here, but if it's yellow jackets, they'll kill them. But if it's like
Yeah.
honeybees, there's always beekeepers that are willing to come out for free and remove the
Yeah.
colony for you because they want to take it back and put it with their other ones they have.
Well, it's because honeybees are in decline.
Right, right. So there's a lot of people out there that have a big passion for bees. There's a bunch of bee farms around here that you drive by and they just have a bunch of boxes out in the fields. But honestly, the best way to save a dying animal this day is start farming it for food. You start farming bees for honey. Next thing you know, their population will be fucking massive again. Look at any animal that's mass producing the consumption in the Western world. There's hundreds of millions of them. You know. Now, here you go, Paul. That's
What's that?
not a bad deal. Got the smart controller, the Flymore kit. Not bad at all.
Air 3, $950, but I don't have 950. So,
Oh, I know. I'm just showing it to you.
Mm.
but look at the shipping is another 1145. So you're looking at in the
Yeah,
most just under
$12.
$1,000.
Yeah, $12 ain't nothing for shipping now.
What was that on eBay?
Yeah. There's some good deals on drones only. So if you're somebody that already has an Air 3, you can get I don't know, do the Air 3 and the Air 3S batteries both the same?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so yeah, if somebody had an Air 3S or Air 3 and wanted to get an extra one, that wouldn't be a bad deal. For just a drone. There's a few of them on there that they only wanted 500 or so for them.
Yeah, you got to watch that sometimes. So sometimes when they say drone only, it means no battery either.
Oh, no, he specified in the listing that it was drone only. It said it didn't
Mm.
come with battery or anything.
Yeah,
So,
and the batteries are like $130 each.
that's why I said if you already got one of those drones, that wouldn't be a bad deal to go ahead and buy one if you wanted a backup, because you wouldn't have to go out and buy all that shit,
Yeah. As Joe was going on yesterday about the fact that he's cheapest he's seen the Air 3S for sale, brand new, is $1,500.
No, it was on eBay, Dusty, not Marketplace. I don't buy nothing off Marketplace unless I can pick it up locally. Otherwise, and I can see it in my own hands before I buy it. I don't trust people to ship me something off there. Because there's no guarantees. Facebook doesn't guarantee any of those purchases. They used to, but then when the fraud was so rampant, they were paying out tons of money. Yeah, they stopped doing it. What's up, Lance? I mean, you kind of take the same chance when you shop on eBay, but at least eBay guarantees some sort of protection as either a buyer or a seller, you know?
Comes Lance.
How much are the Mavic 2 Pros going for now? I bet there's a shit ton of those on the market. I bet you can get one of those pretty cheap. And those are still a hell of a drone.
Well, there was a Mavic 2 Zoom with the smart controller, the old smart controller, going for £675 on eBay the other day.
Morning, guys.
I don't know, I'd probably offer like 450. That's a pretty old setup by what they have now.
My camera's not working again.
Is how old is the Mavic 2 Zoom? And when did that come out? Like 2020 or something?
Something like
Oh
that.
no, it was about
Maybe
18, I
earlier.
think, Justin.
Or, but yeah, I was gonna say either that or before that. At least 2020 be the earliest.
Because
I don't know.
the
Yeah,
original
it was
Mavic
out
Pro,
before the pandemic. It
That
was
does-
out well
Yeah.
before the pandemic.
the original Mavic Pro was 2016 to 19.
Yeah, Dusty, if you don't want to get the latest and greatest, but still get a really good drone, look for a Mavic 2 Pro. I'm sure there's a bunch of those on the market.
I've got a Mavic 2 Pro for sale if anyone wants to buy it. I've got actually two.
When's the last time you've flown those though?
Boy,
Well, you might want to
I-
take them out and test them before you try to sell.
yeah, yeah, I need to do that.
Because I've always heard that the drones are susceptible to the compass sticking or whatever controls that from sitting for a
Yeah.
long time in the older ones.
Well, the compass is electronic, so it shouldn't stick.
Oh, it was something with them with I thought with the navigation. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Does somebody need to turn my camera on that let me in?
Oh yeah, hold on. I can do it. And it's not set to where you can't turn your own video on. It's just something on your end's not letting you, or Zoom's blocking you from doing it.
Your camera's switched on according to that.
It is now,
Hey,
yeah.
Paul, do you see what's above my head back there?
Yeah, blue sky.
Yep. You know what?
What?
It is so beautiful up here in the Pacific Northwest.
You know, you've never mentioned that before. I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't know. So Justin, how does it feel to be on summer break?
Oh, good.
He's just trying to figure out what to do with himself for the next 2.5 months.
Oh yeah, the DJI RoboMaster.
Hey, Lance, it's only 7:10 in the morning there, isn't it?
So this guy wants $375 for this. But see, the whole fun of the RoboMaster too, though, Dusty, was it came in like a million pieces, and you had to put it all together. You know, it's kind of a STEM building project. I wouldn't want to buy one that was all put together already. But they were what? I think they still sell them on Amazon, don't they? The only person I know that ever got one, I think, was back when I first came in the community. I think Art built one on his channel a long time ago. I don't see it on Amazon anywhere.
Morning, Lance.
Yeah, they must not sell it on there anymore. Wonder if DJI sells it. So
Morning, Jim. Morning, Edward. Morning, Brenda. Morning, Frank. Morning, JC, JR.
Don't forget Jim Bob.
Oh yeah, Gitchy. Good morning, Gitchy.
Hey, Gitchy.
I get you.
And then of course everyone in the panel.
And Donald's there as well.
Hey, Donald.
under education and industry, but you can't click on it. So I guess they don't sell it anymore.
Wait up, is Gitchy there?
Yeah, I guess you can't buy it anymore.
I can't see Gitchy in the chat yet.
No. Okay, special mention goes out to Gitchy. Hopefully she's okay.
DJI makes their own laptops.
Don't surprise me.
Uh,
Especially for governments.
yeah, they don't sell the RoboMaster on there. It's still listed under their education section, but I guess I'm not making them anymore. Oh wait, there it is. Now I can find it. That's stupid.
What was the Robo Monster?
The
What was
cost
the
of
what?
it, I want to say it was like $1,000 or something crazy, wasn't it?
What was it? One of them little robots again?
It was kind of like a robot on wheels that had a gun. It was like a gun turret on wheels, almost like. And if you have multiple, I think it played like laser tag or something.
All right.
Oh, it was $4.99. Okay, I was off. Yeah, look, it's like it was 500. I bet they're going for even more on eBay now that they're all used. But the whole fun of that thing was to put it together too.
Not for you.
Yeah, see all these ones on eBay, they're already put together. Oh, there's 7 of them by some store that's claiming they're affiliated with DJI. Says they have 7 refurbished ones. Oh, never mind. That's sold 75 of them.
Wanna go outside?
Ooh, they got a new one for 434. I'm surprised they're not going for more than the original price was.
We can go outside.
Wait up a goddamn minute.
And
That's
I
not
think
that
you could
many.
I think you could do coating on those too. If I'm not mistaken. They're like the Tellos. Dude, they already got robots with tasers in some police departments. They'll have non-lethal methods on them. There was one I was watching body cam footage of, and they had like almost like bear spray type on it as well. And they could, if they went into a house, they could spray a suspect with it. It was like a big cloud of pepper spray. And some of them can even launch smoke grenades and shit in houses.
Oldham sold 20,832 and Southend sold 29,000,
Mm.
which means it's going to break non-league records.
Mm.
And there's
Yes.
supposed to be 10,000 neutrals that were
So
sold
Dave-
before.
So David, you remember how you said Amazon was getting their own site like Temu or Wish?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now live on there. It's called Amazon Hall.
Yeah, now. It started off
Yeah.
in the US. I don't think it's here yet.
I just had never noticed it if it was there before you mentioned it that day, and I just noticed it yesterday when I was on there.
Hang on,
I was like, what the hell is Amazon Hall? And I clicked on it, and it took me to like a whole different type of website for Amazon. And it looks just like fucking, I mean, it looks a lot less sketchier, but it looks similar to like what you would see in a Temu or Wish ad.
Drove past the Amazon warehouse on the M1.
See, like right here,
Look, it's huge.
but it takes you to this here. It just has a bunch of different products and shit. It was just really cheap shit. Like, and if you could do up to $25, you get free shipping.
So your Prime doesn't carry over.
Nope, it does not.
It's supposed to be doing in the UK.
It might when maybe because it's still kind of, it seems to be in like a beta testing. Maybe eventually that might be a thing where, or you'll have to add like a couple extra dollars onto your Prime each month. You know, something like that. I'm sure they'll do something.
Oh, there you go. Got it.
But yeah, they got a whole bunch of different shit.
Introducing Amazon Hall. Thousands of products for £20 or less. The majority £10 and under.
I don't wanna wake up. Can you say this?
Right, you're introducing it. So where is it?
Mm.
But if anybody's curious to look at that, just
Oh,
go
it's
up
on-
to the top of your Amazon on your homepage, and it will say Amazon Hall.
Oh,
Click
it's
on it.
app only.
I can do it on. I do it. I went through to it through the Amazon on my phone, and I just did it on the computer. You might want to check in your country too, JDS. Might be able to find some RC stuff in there for cheap.
It's not due here for another couple of weeks because they're rolling it out slowly.
Well, usually Canada's in our updates because they're the same region. Okay, Amazon Haul. So go to your regular Amazon page, JDS, and look up at the top and see if it says Amazon Haul, like HAUL, and then click on it, and it's like got a bunch of like Temu and Wish type products, like the cheaper stuff, like little RC planes you like to test, things like that. I don't think I can send a link because it's kind of built into the Amazon app.
Yeah.
It's not on the Apple App Store yet.
No, it's been you'll get it through your Amazon.
You've got Amazon Shopping, Amazon Flex.
Video
Or
created
you have to go through the
successfully.
standard Amazon app.
Yeah, you have to go
Mhm.
through your Amazon app. It's not a separate thing. It's built into your Amazon, your current Amazon. You could probably go to Google and put Amazon Haul, and it'll probably take you to it through your account if you're logged in through your browser.
I don't know, they're not mine.
You were spelled both of those. Both of those are wrong. It
Oh, yeah.
should be,
Yeah, no, on the top menu it says Haul.
yeah, if you click on it and see if it takes you to a store,
It
like a
does.
separate site. Yeah. So you guys already have it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain parts of the country. It's not unless it's on my app. I've not been on the Amazon app for ages. I
It,
do
say,
it through the website.
it says it's free delivery above £15.
Yeah, ours is 25.
Mhm.
That's why I said that's how you know your
Hey Google, what is
Your-
£15 in US dollars?
that's how you know your Prime's not carrying over because they're not offering you any Prime deals. Like that's just
It's
straight you buy
you're
it.
paying $5
That's it.
more than we are
Mm.
for your free delivery. Oh, loaded the app and it went, congratulations, David. Welcome to Amazon Haul. Get.
Lots of clothes.
Yeah, you got to go up to the top and go to the categories and look through the categories, little sub menus, and see what you're looking for. It will filter all that other shit out.
I wonder.
Women's underwear.
Did you put in drone up there?
That's where TJ. That's where
Yeah,
Justin. Never told him.
And you can put in, there is a search bar at the top. If you're looking for something specific, you could put, RC drone in, but you got to remember, these are all cheap products. So it's going to be like those $10 and $20 drones you see on Wish and Temu. It's all those type of products. But sometimes you do find a gem in those products, like some item that was actually designed well and works well, and does what it says it's going to do. And there's a lot of cheap shit that just falls apart and breaks, honey.
Yeah, I
It's like-
can't see. Yeah.
Well, it's like Dre said, people love to buy the cheap, they can go on a big old shopping spree when they're paying way less per item. No, you're good, JDS.
Get down, Bo. Come on. Down. Bo, come on. Get down. Move up.
But yeah, like you could go up here. And you could go to like search drones or they have all the different categories up here.
Don't really have that much in, does it?
Oh, come on.
No, it's not, but I think it's just because they're just starting off. Dude, it's Amazon. This site will be flooded with shit in no time.
No, it's
To
not.
be honest, everything's cheaper on Shein.
No.
And everything's like only got 2 left. Really? Your whole warehouse has only got 2? Fuck
But
off.
but you got to remember, like I said, it's a brand new site too. But it's not going to take Amazon long to figure this shit out. Plus, so they could take products now that they have sitting in the warehouse and collect and dust them and sell them. They can throw them on here for real cheap to get rid of them.
They got 400 items.
That's it. 400 items.
Holy crap.
Like I said, give it a month or so and it's going to be flooded with shit.
But, oh,
Because especially if they start allowing third-party sellers on there, which I don't
USA
know.
headband. No thanks.
I don't know if these are third-party sellers, but if they're not, and once they add that, dude, the site's going to get flooded. See, I don't know if this is all sold by Amazon directly or I'm not sure.
There's a 115 in one small precision screwdriver set for £7.16.
Yeah, I was seeing. I was like real tempted.
What was
to
that?
buy that.
115 what?
115 in one small precision screwdriver set.
bag, I moved it.
But I already got 2 sets of those, so I don't really need a third set.
Precision screwdriver set.
And I got a really good set that iFixit kit.
Yeah. I wouldn't bother buying it from Amazon Haul.
But
They got one for £6.25 on Amazon itself and have it delivered today.
It's
For free.
the same thing.
Yeah.
well, you're also looking at different buyers on there or sellers too. See, I think that other site, I think the Amazon Haul, from what I can tell by clicking on all the listings, I think that's all shit just sold directly from Amazon.
I actually
Oh.
think what they've done is they've just taken a lot of cheap shit and dumped it on there for now, just to get it going.
Justin's favorite Chromebooks. Fucking hate Chromebooks. Useless fucking
Right.
computers.
Anyway, I was on Prime Video, so I wanted to see if I could find something. TV shows.
You have better experience buying a phone than you would a Chromebook.
Some of the best things that come out of America, the TV programs.
Keep going.
Oh, pop culture, as far as US goes, is a big influence around the world.
Pop.
Yeah, which is like what we would consider like our pop culture would be like movies, music, stuff like
pop
that.
is what we call music. That's it. It's you ain't got much influence over here.
How do you figure?
Because
It's
biggest music industry.
well, it's not even that. It's just I'm not talking about it has the biggest music industry, but if Eminem landed in the UK, I guarantee you'd have a shit ton of people show up. If
Back in the day, yeah, maybe not so much now.
I'm just saying, I was just using him as an example, you know. It's just that if I drove through England, I could probably find 200,000 fucking hardcore Star Wars fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
further down the
Yeah,
list.
when it comes to your films and TV programs, you know, you're right up there, especially with the most modern stuff. But when
Well,
it
that's what
comes
I'm
to
saying.
music, I
That's
don't think you're.
Yeah.
which is
Further
like
down.
I said, is what we call pop.
Now, David, further down the list, there's the same screwdriver set for £5.85.
But I'll tell you,
£5.38.
I'll
Sounds
tell you
about
what though. I don't care how big you are overseas though. If you come to the U.S. market,
Oh yeah,
if you're able to come to the U.S. music industry market and get on the U.S.'s like top 100s and all that stuff, dude, that's when you really get known worldwide.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
get that.
just a bigger consumer market as well for music.
So yeah, I get that. You audience wise, you're gonna have a bigger thing, but taking the world by storm is more your British stuff. It always puzzles me, right? When you go like to foreign countries and they go, "Let's blast some 90s music out," and they start doing British songs.
I
Even
mean,
radio
like,
stations in France play the songs in English.
but I mean, like, look at I mean, a current example, whether you like her or not, is Taylor Swift. I guarantee you, her tour made well over $1 billion. That worldwide tour she went on.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, because she was being sold out in almost every location she was going to. And so whether you like her or not, the girl was moving money. I mean, she gave all her truck drivers, all the truck drivers, the guys that like move the stages and everything.
Oh yeah, they were.
She actually gave them $100,000 Christmas bonus, each one of them, during Christmas when she was on her world tour. She was going all over the U.S. and stuff. And then she did, I think, a big concert in Australia.
Right, Amazon. I'm sorry, but what the fuck? Why is there no search box? On Amazon Prime? Oh, dear.
Sounds like some kind of weird glitch or something going on your end. No, I think if that site starts taking off, though, I don't think it'll be too long before Amazon doesn't have a shit ton of stuff on her.
Well,
I
guys,
mean,
I think I'm gonna pack it in.
Pack it
Okay.
in, Paul.
Yep, pack it in for today, and we'll see everybody at 5 o'clock this evening.
Yeah, you might see me for half an hour, but I'm going to bed early tonight.
Okay.
all
All
right.
right. David,
Have fun,
Lance,
everybody.
Mark, we'll see you later. And Justin, thanks for being here, buddy.
Yep.